Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ResellQueen Chronicles. I am Tiffy T the ResellQueen, your host, also known as Tiffany Tracey. This is the first show of 2021. We are out with 2020 and in with 2021. We will continue to do this podcast as long as you guys keep listening. I'm going to keep on talking. We will continue to do this, of course, for the first quarter. I may take a little break around Easter, something like that, around in the springtime, because, it does get to be a lot. But doing this has actually really helped me in a way. It's been more like a therapy session. So I really want to thank all of the listeners that are worldwide, actually looking at my analytics of people that are either watching or listening, whether you listen on a podcast platform or if you watch on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. I have people that are listening in the UK, in Ontario, Canada. Hello, Canada. Of course, in the States, I have to say thank you to my Virginia friends that are listening and watching. Washington State, Iowa. Y'all listen to me in Iowa, Hawaii, Ohio, Texas, Florida, California, North Carolina, DC, and New York and Illinois are the places that are popping up on my analytics. So I want to say thank you and welcome, and thank you for vibing and listening. And I hope you're getting something out of this. I think more out of it sometimes because I'm able to talk and be able to communicate with you guys, especially when we are doing this live. You can communicate with me and my guests, and we will be having guests. And as the description of the show shows, we will be playing an interview from Bulq Wholesale. Bulq Wholesale is a place that I tell people to go to if they are in the beginning of their online reselling journey. Reason being because of the way their platform is set up. And it's a place that you can get started if maybe you have a little bit more than a couple dollars. As if you listen to me, I talk about I started with $50 and going to the Dollar Tree. And that's what I did. $50 started this whole thing. And look at me now, Mom. So, but if you have just a little bit more to invest, you can always start with Bulq. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more than $50. I'm going to say you can get a nice new box for a couple $100. But through the interview that I'm going to play for you guys, you're going to hear about some new partnerships that Bulq has coming up, some things that they have coming up this year. So you'll be able to learn what's going on with a place that people use for their sourcing. I want to actually just, thank them for coming on to even talk about this with me and give this information to you guys. From what I understand, I don't know if they ship internationally through their website, but it may be possible through eBay. So that is something that for those of you that are listening or watching that may not be in the States, I would say try to check out the eBay store and they may be able to ship internationally. I just thought about that. So it wasn't a question that I already had planned for them. So I just wanted to break that up because I have a lot of international listeners and I want to make sure that you guys are getting a wealth of knowledge and some help as well. So what I am going to do next is, as I said, Bulq is going to be on the show. Bulq came on with me a little bit earlier, and we were able to record an interview. I want to first thank Bulq for doing that. I wasn't sure if they would even allow me to even be part of something that, is my little tiny podcast, YouTube show. But I met them. I met the ladies, and I don't know if that's their marketing and promotional department, PR. And I met the two ladies involved in that department for them at a Bulq community event. This is all pre-COVID. And I have to say, I really enjoyed myself. It was a real nice event. I got to see like their corporate offices. I didn't get to see their warehouses because they're in different states. But it was really nice to see where they work, see the environment of how they all work together. It was a very nice event. I was also able to network with other resellers, people that I actually talk to now, which is I think is pretty great. So definitely after we go through this whole coronavirus and get everyone vaccinated and get these numbers down, I am sure that's something that they will have again. And if they allow me to come, I sure will. I really enjoyed it. So we will be going to a break. I'm going to have a very short break. And after that break, you will begin to hear the interview that I have with Bulq. Now, I do want to preface this with, I am still doing virtual learning in reference to having school-age children at home. So some of the audio, you may hear some things going on in the background. I've tried to fix as much as I can. Just understand, I'm a working mom. I'm trying to do what I need to do. And sometimes kids don't understand that. They are going through their own issues with going to school through a computer when they're not used to this. So certain things just happen, and you just kind of got to let that roll. A mama got to be a mom, and a kid's got to be a kid. And that's kind of what happened here. So it's only one couple spots, but I just wanted to preface that so that if you're listening, you're like, is there a kid in the background? What is that noise? Yeah, it's my kid acting a fool. And we'll be right back after this.
Tax season is full of what ifs. What if I'm not taking all my deductions? What if I'm supposed to get more? What if I don't have time to go to a professional? Let One Stop Taxes take the stress out of this tax season. Our tax professionals can give you a quote in minutes using the My One Stop Taxes app, found in the Apple Store or Google Play. Using your cell phone or tablet, take pictures of your ID and tax documents. Select your tax preparer's name, upload your documents, and submit. It's that simple. Your preparer will send you a customized tax quote back. Then you can approve it and sign your return all from home. Need cash fast? Request a cash advance and you could receive your money within hours. Download the My One Stop Taxes app today and let us do the rest.
Download the free One Stop Taxes app today. Get your free quote. Choose Tiffany Tracey as your tax preparer to receive your free quote.
Shipping can be complicated and time-consuming, but it doesn't have to be that way. Welcome to ShipStation, a web-based shipping software for online retailers. Import orders from wherever you sell and create labels for however you ship, all in one place. With our powerful automation tools, mobile app, and branded tracking page, you can focus less on shipping and more on growing your business. With ShipStation, you save both time and money. Let's get ship done. Get started with ShipStation today.
Click the link in the description box to receive a special discount from ShipStation.
Great, guys. Thank you so much for coming back. So today, like I said, we have a special guest in the building for us. Well, through these YouTube streets. We have Courtney Herb on today, and she is from Bulq. Now, I know a lot of you know who Bulq is. I know you've seen their commercials all through the internet, and you get told, especially by me, that if you're in the beginning of your reselling journey, start there because that's a good place to get started. So today I have Courtney from Bulq. So everyone, welcome her.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me, Tiffany. Super excited to be here.
No problem. So can we just give like a brief history about how Bulq got started?
Yeah, of course. So Bulq is owned by Optoro, which is a returns technology company. So we help retailers find the next best home for all of their overstock items and their customer returns. And so Optoro was actually started by two eBay sellers back in the day, maybe 10, 15 years ago. And they were running an eBay drop-off store, and they noticed that there was a ton of inefficiencies in the return space. I mean, people were using platforms from the 80s, like we're talking black screen, little blinking green lines, like it was not great. So that's kind of how they came to be with Optoro. And then 2015, Optoro sent out to reinvent the wholesale liquidation space by creating Bulq, which is an online inventory provider that makes sourcing inventory easy, reliable, transparent, kind of everything that we noticed from the industry that we weren't really seeing. So today we continue to lead the way because we offer a wide selection of inventory from top retailers, as well as resources to help resellers start and scale their businesses from the very start all the way up. So we like to say that there's three big things that set us apart. Yeah, is that we're easy to use. So, I mean, if you're a first-time seller or if you're a big-time enterprise pro, we make the process of finding and purchasing and researching inventory really quick and convenient. We have systems on desktop, and then we also have a mobile app, which a lot of sellers say is something that keeps them coming back. Is they love our mobile app. They love that they're able to set inventory notifications and just always have the ability to source anywhere that they are, which is great, especially after 2020 when everyone's back to like doing things.
Yes.
Right. And not just sitting. Of course, now it's like, oh, well, I could source here. I could source on this computer because I haven't left this place.
Right.
We also have a dedicated customer care team, which is really cool. And so if you have any pre or post-purchase questions, they are available via phone, email, and chat. And so you just let them know what's up, and they're very willing to talk and walk you through it. And then that kind of ties into the third thing, which is honest reliability. So we have detailed manifests with every single lot on the website. And the great thing about those too is that you not only find out what's exactly going to be in your order before you get it, but if you get your order and something's missing or you ordered new and something's broken, you just contact that customer care team, and we have a manifest accuracy guarantee that says, hey, if it's not what the manifest said it should be, we're going to make it right. So that's another reason that people love sourcing with us, especially when they're new to selling, because we have that promise that you will get what you should receive.
Oh, you guys, I have to say, you guys are very unique in the way that you do things. You guys, when you go to Bulq, it kind of looks like a real store, not like how a real liquidation site looks. Is that on purpose?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it's totally on purpose because a lot of people that are new to this space will come in. And I mean, I remember when I first started in this space, I would go to other sites and just kind of say, like, how do I get started? Like, where do I go from here? What's an auction? Do I have to have a certain bid amount? Like, how does this work? And we wanted to come in from a perspective of, have you ever shopped online before? Great. You know how to use Bulq. So yeah, that's completely by design. And we do a ton of user testing. We talk to resellers. We have an advisory board of a couple different resellers that we work with that are very open and honest with us. And so it's very intentional to make it as easy as possible to source.
We would say that you guys, the interface that you guys have, the way that it looks, it's not intimidating, which I think is very, very helpful for a beginner. Because I'm always telling people when they first start, they're like, I don't know where to go. I don't have enough money for this. I don't have enough money for that. I always tell them, just go start with Bulq. That's going to be your easiest source. So, like, what are some of the places that you guys get your liquidation from?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's probably one of the most common ones. So we partner with a wide range of top retailers, including Target and Bed Bath Beyond. So I can't name them all just with contracts and certain things, but I mean, I'll say that we currently have inventory from a major department store, a major consumer electronics store, some furniture and home decor brands, and more. And what I like to say to people when we're at conferences and people ask me that question is, take a look at the manifest, look at some of the brands. You can probably figure it out from that if it doesn't overtly say where it's from. But yeah, it's a wide range, and we keep signing on new retailers all the time. We're always getting new inventory. I mean, inventory is listed 3 times a day during the week, the weekdays. And so, if you go on and you don't see something that you like at 11 a.m. when it first is listed, go back on at 2, and there might be something totally different.
Wow. So, like, since you guys have your inventory coming from so many different places, how do you come up with like the pricing? Where does that come from?
Yeah, so we have a proprietary algorithm. I mean, doesn't everyone, that helps us determine the list price for the cases and pallets. So that includes the product data that we get from the retailer, as well as some market pricing from third-party sources. We kind of just mix that all together and take a look at demand, and and we'll talk a little bit about the difference between bulk and blink later, about where is the inventory going to be best needed in terms of, this is something that we think resellers really care about and they want to see and they want to get their hands on, versus this is something that maybe more of a consumer just wants one of these instead of wanting 25 of these. So yeah, it really depends on where the inventory is from and what the market's doing at that time, and then that algorithm.
So what you just saw really was the beginning of the interview, but what I wanted to do with these clips was to kind of re-go over what she talked about and go into a little bit more depth. So one of the things that she talked about was the claims process is streamlined. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of liquidators, there is no claim process. The claims process is you get on Facebook and you talk bad about them and you go from there. That's kind of how that works. Most places don't have like all these extra guarantees, but because of the brand that Bulq has built, they have decided to have like what they call a manifest guarantee. So they went through the process to put a manifest together. When you buy it, you expect everything to be there the way that they told you. Just like we're all human, sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. So they have a process. So, and I can tell you personally, I've gone through the process. My husband and I, we have purchased from them a couple times and things didn't work out the way that we thought. And we were able to put in claims and get some of our money back for certain things. That's been a while since we've done that. I think they have really changed their process. And now I think it's very safe to say that when you get something, it is very true to the manifest. And the other thing that she talked about was where they got their inventory. That's another thing too. If you're new to the liquidation space, if I have my liquidation company and I have a direct contract with a major department store, more than likely in that contract, it is going to state that you cannot say where the items came from. Why this is done, it's standard. It's a standard in this industry. So it's an industry standard. The reason why, like the part of the thought process is a lot of these big box or big department stores, they don't want to, in a way, if you're listening to this, I'm putting quote unquotes, cheapen their brand by saying they sell it liquidated. Every store does it. Every store has stuff that's just sitting on the shelf or that they need to move out so they can have space for something else. It's just an industry standard where most places will say you cannot say where you got it from. Now, there are some people that know how to skirt around those rules. That's especially if you're dealing with someone, they'll say it's a bullseye load. Well, if I hear bullseye, I know they're talking about Target. Sometimes some people will say Wally World. I know they're talking about Walmart. sometimes I hear Mago or they'll say Macy's store. Actually, they won't say Macy's, but I'll say something to the effect so like let you realize, oh, it's Macy's, or they'll put characters in the name, and so like the first letter and the last letter and the name that they are talking about will be the only thing that's right. Those are little things that you'll see, or they will use initials. So that's industry standard. She's doing her job by not technically like disclosing everything because she can't. Bulq has a contract with these people, and they ain't gonna lose it because someone in their company said something on my podcast. Okay. And the other thing that she talked about was their pricing. It's good to know that they do look at their pricing, and that you can go back to them and say, I don't know where you guys got this price from. That's not working. And they will go back and look at it. So the next part two of this interview is Courtney talking about their warehouse process. And also, I just want to thank you for listening from the beginning. Because as I said, I had some technical issues with my kid in the beginning. It gets smoother after that first clip, but I had to bring that in so that you guys could see and hear the interview, because what she's talking about was important. And I thought it was best for me just to let her talk, and then I'll give a little explanation about what's happening because of the noise in the background. Then the next three clips, it should all be fixed. You shouldn't be able to hear the pitter patter of little feet, I'll say. And also, I would love to commend Courtney for her professionalism, because during that time period of dealing with my kid while I am trying to work and be professional, she just kept on rolling and just kept answering the questions. She didn't stop and do one of those, look, lady, I'm distracted, I can't do this. She was so professional. I really want to thank Courtney for her professionalism, especially when it wasn't coming from my coworkers that live at my house. And next, we are going to hear Courtney talk about the warehouse.
There are. So our main one is in Tennessee. It's in Lebanon, which is maybe 40 minutes outside of Nashville. And that's like our big Bulq flagship warehouse. Anytime you see myself doing videos from a warehouse or posting pictures, it's from that warehouse. We also have two other warehouses that are in the Midwest. And we are always looking and thinking about expanding. I know a lot of people source on the West Coast, source from Bulq, and are hoping for a West Coast warehouse, and we are definitely looking into it. But those are the main three right now.
So just kind of speaking again about like what your warehouse is that something that's like open to the public, or I've seen videos of how things look, and I'm like, wow, that is a big operation.
Mm-hmm.
It's
huge.
not like the regular, like I'm familiar with, the wholesalers that we buy stuff from. They have like a big warehouse, whole bunch of pallets, and it's kind of a free-for-all.
Yeah.
For searching. Yeah. That doesn't look like how that works with you guys.
No, ours are. So, I mean, for some context, so to answer your question first, at this point, we don't have any warehouse pickup or warehouse tour options. We were really close to getting it. And then there was actually a tornado that came through Nashville. God, I guess in the middle of March. 2020 feels like it's been 15 years long. Middle of March, destroyed that warehouse. We were actually back up and running in a new warehouse down the street in 4 days, but that kind of derailed everything. And then COVID happened. So obviously, I mean, it's difficult for any non-warehouse employees to get in. I mean, even myself, I had to sign waivers and, just to make sure that everything's safe, because we do have a ton of COVID protocols going on right now. Once that's over, I am very much hoping myself and then Shalonda, who does a lot of the marketing with me, are really hoping that we can get warehouse pickup going, because I know a lot of people are really interested in it. But yeah, the warehouse is very structured. I took a tour a couple months ago, and the tour took me about 40 minutes, and everything has a place. Everything is very particular. And the one nice thing about having the new warehouse is that a bunch of things that we weren't able to do in the old warehouse with organizational structures and that kind of thing, we were able to do now that we had to start from go again. So kind of a silver lining in a bad situation.
Well, that's good to know. I really do believe that you guys definitely have your structure in place when it comes to putting everything together. So I really, you can see that just in the videos that you guys show of the warehouse and how things are put together, and also this how your website looks and how you have the pictures of the products. You know, it's like I can literally see what's inside the box or inside the pallet, which is very important in this resale game.
Yeah, and that was a big thing that I think went into consideration of how we designed Bulq is, again, one of the things where people were like, I would order from liquidators and I had no idea what I was going to get. And so at the very least, we said, it's difficult to get a picture of everything in there, but if we can get a picture of at least the top of it, that's so much better than just saying, I hope I get what I was told I'm going to get.
So what you just heard was Courtney talking about the warehouse process, liquidation process. I think everything there was very self-explanatory. I did want to introduce the next clip because this is the question that I get, and I know it's the question that a lot of people ask of Bulq, is they ask about their two brands. One is Bulq and the other one is Blink. One is a direct to consumer and the other one is the direct to resellers. And I asked Courtney about the two different brands, how that all works, and she was very candid. So I'm going to let you hear the answer from Courtney from Bulq about the difference between Bulq and Blink.
Yeah, that's a great question, Tiffany. And I mean, I get it all the time. We get it on social media all the time. When we do our live stream videos, we get it all the time. So Bulq and Blink are both owned by Optoro. That is our big parent company. So picture Optoro, Bulq, Blink. They're both e-commerce brands. So the difference is that Bulq is a business-to-business brand. So we have all that inventory. We organize it by category and condition for the purpose of resellers buying it and then reselling it online in their own stores, wherever they want to. And again, for those who use Bulq or are aware of Bulq, we sell in cases and pallets. So at the very least, you're getting a case of items, which has anywhere from 20 to 60 items, depending on size and condition and all of that. So then you have Blink. Now, Blink is our direct-to-consumer brand. So Tiffany, kind of what you were talking about before with our design, kind of looking like an e-commerce website, that sort of comes because Blink did come before Bulq. Blink is designed for, exactly like going on Amazon or going, when you're a shopper on eBay, you want to buy that one thing. You are looking for one water bottle or, two of one thing. And that is what Blink is. And so it's inventory that you can buy one-off. It's the conditions range from new to like new to certified, refurbished, or open box. So that's kind of, it's less conditions than we have on Bulq. And it's designed for that consumer who's not looking to resell and they just want to buy. Now, granted, if you're a reseller and you really want to make sure that you get 4 brand new phones and we have them on Blink, you're more than welcome to source from Blink, but you're not going to get these large quantities that you'll get on Bulq.
So there, Courtney from Bulq was answering the big question that a lot of people always ask. And I wanted to, thank them for going into that, because I think people, and I'm going to tell you the truth for me, when I first started doing reselling, and let's say I was sourcing from someone, and then I found out that they were selling me lots and also selling on eBay, I kind of had a bad feeling about that. It didn't hit me right. And I didn't like it. And now I understand it because I do the same thing. Because what ends up happening, okay, you can sell to other resellers, or as I like the way Courtney put it, direct to business. But sometimes that doesn't always pay all the bills. And they already had something established that was like a direct to consumer. And then they realized the inventory amount that they were getting, and they decided to be more direct to business. As I said, there was a time when I first started that made me mad and made me distrustful. I really didn't like that thought process, but now I understand it because I'm doing the same thing. In fact, if you follow me, you've probably seen me talk about our reseller kits and things like that. We are actually, my husband and I were just going through our plans for this year, and we are probably going to be offering electronic kits. I'm calling them kits, but really just they're small lots that a person could buy for like $100 or $200. They can make $500 or $600 off of it, and we are going to sell that because we are getting a lot of volume in. And honestly, I need the space, or I just want to make my money back and then sell the little bit of stuff that I have left on eBay, what have you. So even in my little small operation, because it's definitely small compared to what Bulq has going on, I do the same thing. Don't do the same thing on their level, but I do the same thing. So I appreciate that they were very candid about that, and it was really not a big deal for her to even answer it. There was no flipping of it. No, she was like, "Oh, everyone always asks because they're confused," and I appreciate Courtney's honesty and just being very authentic with that answer, and when I asked her that question. So the last clip I'm going to play of my interview with Bulq is what's upcoming for this year. Now, if you follow Bulq on any of the YouTube or any other social media, you've probably already heard about some type of partnership that eBay and Bulq have gotten into. I also have a video that came out earlier this week where I did a Bulq unboxing video from a lot that came from eBay, and I showed you the listing process is now kind of sped up because of the partnership that eBay and Bulq have joined together. So I'm going to play for you the last of the Bulq interview that I have. And here, Courtney's going to talk about the eBay partnership and just some good tips and information for resellers.
So I actually just finished creating a video series all about this. It's going to be on Bulq's YouTube. Hopefully, by the time this airs, it'll absolutely be up, which is great. So be sure to check that out on Bulq's YouTube channel. But essentially, so Bulq and eBay have formed an exclusive partnership that is meant to do two things. So it's going to streamline the resale of customer returns and overstock inventory, and it's going to support the seller community, which is everyone watching. So there's two parts to this. So you have Bulq on eBay, and that is Bulq's eBay store. So you can now buy cases, Bulq cases on eBay. And I will say at the moment, and again, by the time this airs, it might be different because we're working on it, but at the moment, cases available on Bulq on eBay are exclusively on Bulq on eBay. And then the same thing with Bulq.com. So a case that's available on Bulq.com won't be available on Bulq on eBay, and vice versa. So you can buy Bulq cases on eBay. That's number one. Number two, which is the really cool part, is that we have this first of its kind relisting solution. So if you purchase inventory on Bulq on eBay, you are able to use the solution to immediately, almost instantaneously, which is really cool, click a button and it'll pull the information from the manifest and create draft listings for you for every item that you purchase in the case, even before it arrives. So if you want to get going and create some draft listings and just make sure when the case comes in that everything's there, it's the condition that you thought you were sourcing, and just that, dotting your I's, crossing your T's, take some pictures and then you list it. Which has been really, really cool. From the sellers that I have talked to, And again, they haven't talked to each other. This is just us asking them questions and user testing interviews. Almost everyone said that it saved them 50% of their listing time, which is crazy because, I mean, I've sold on eBay before. I know a lot of people that have, and they say the most arduous part of it is the listing process. It can just take forever. And so to have this tool that just pulls the info right from the manifest has been such a game changer. So a couple things, especially those who are listening that haven't sourced from us before. And Tiffany, you do a great job with this first one. I've watched a couple of your videos and you talk about this, is if you're new to bulk, try sourcing new. Don't go for uninspected returns just yet. I know you've probably been on YouTube. You've probably searched bulk. You've seen maybe Heather Hooks get this incredible uninspected returns palette and you think, oh, wow, I'm going to get an uninspected returns palette and everything in there is going to be perfect. That is not always the case. Uninspected returns can be a total gamble. Sometimes it can be awesome. Sometimes you just get lucky and everything in there is perfect, or that top selling item, the really high value one on the manifest, is in great condition. But that's not always the case. So when you get new, everything in there should be exactly what it says online. It should be brand new. The only thing that maybe is on it that's, a little less than new is maybe it has like a clearance sticker or a price sticker, but just use some goog on it and you can get that right off. But then that you have inventory, everything in there you can sell, everything in there you can use. And if that's not the case, then you contact the customer care team. You can submit a claim. You'll get a refund for those items and you're good to go. Uninspected returns, if items are missing, so let's say in your case, you were told that you were going to get 5 water bottles, but you only got 3, you can submit a claim for that. But if the water bottle's missing a top because it is uninspected, you can't file a claim for that. So again, we just want to make sure you're going to get the most value out of your money, especially when you're new and you're trying this out and you're figuring out your footing. So go for new in a category that something that you're familiar with is probably your best bet. And then I'd also say, I mentioned this before, but check us out on social media. We are on every platform. We're typically Bulq Wholesale, so BULQ Wholesale, especially our YouTube, especially if you are new and you're trying to learn how to resell. We have a bunch of different videos on there, everything from how to sell on eBay and Amazon to tips for first-time buyers. Myself and one of my teammates, Shalonda, do monthly live streams where we interview resellers and experts and people from bulk that you wouldn't get to normally talk to. We actually just did one about bulk on eBay. So check that out. And then finally, if you are new or you just want to learn more about bulk and you don't necessarily want to hear it from me or somebody from bulk, join the bulk community group on Facebook. So it is run by bulk. It's run by Shalonda and myself. But it's full of, I think at this point, we have 1,100 members, all different resellers from all different walks of life who have purchased from bulk for a long time or are new. It's kind of everybody is welcome. No questions are dumb questions. You can ask anything and everything. I've even asked a few questions about reselling in there. And it's just a great place to learn and grow with other resellers and just bounce ideas. And also we have a bunch of events and giveaways that happen in there that are exclusive for the group. So obviously it's free to join. It's on Facebook. Just search Bulk Community Group. I highly recommend to check it out.
Wow. Thank you so much, Courtney. So that was the interview with Courtney Herb from Bulq Wholesale. I hope that this gave you just a little bit of insight about bulk. And I also think it's also nice to learn about the places that you source from, because it gives you more of a relationship with that company. I know for me, a lot of times, especially when we buy pallets, we get nice prices and we get nice little extra things thrown into them because of the relationship that we happen to have with our suppliers. They know us, we know them, and vice versa. So it's nice to hear the thought process behind Bulq Wholesale. And we will be right back after this.
Tax season is full of what ifs. What if I'm not taking all my deductions? What if I'm supposed to get more? What if I don't have time to go to a professional? Let One Stop Taxes take the stress out of this tax season. Our tax professionals can give you a quote in minutes using the My One Stop Taxes app, found in the Apple Store or Google Play. Using your cell phone or tablet, take pictures of your ID and tax documents. Select your tax preparer's name, upload your documents, and submit. It's that simple. Your preparer will send you a customized tax quote back. Then you can approve it and sign your return all from home. Need cash fast? Request a cash advance and you could receive your money within hours. Download the My One Stop Taxes app today and let us do the rest.
Shipping can be complicated and time-consuming, but it doesn't have to be that way. Welcome to ShipStation, a web-based shipping software for online retailers. Import orders from wherever you sell and create labels for however you ship, all in one place. With our powerful automation tools, mobile app, and branded tracking page, you can focus less on shipping and more on growing your business. With ShipStation, you save both time and money. Let's get ship done. Get started with ShipStation today.
Click the link in the description box to receive a special discount from ShipStation.
All right, guys, we are back from that break. Thank you. And we are at our last segment, which I love to call our resell funnies. So this particular meme is from Instagram, of course, from Jules1632. And it's the picture that you see often of Kermit the Frog, where it's good Kermit, and then it's bad Kermit in a hoodie. And it says, me, I am not going to source until I list my death pile. My inner voice. Think of all the great items you will miss out on if you don't. I always like to laugh at that because that fear of missing out is really a thing with us resellers. We have a thing that we're going to miss out on something all the time. We always have to go out. We may have like 1,000 things that need to be listed, but we always have to go out and get some more because you never know what you could get. You just don't. So I just thought that was kind of funny. Something that we can laugh at and laugh at ourselves because Lord knows we all need a good old laugh every now and again. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of ResellQueen Chronicles. My name is Tiffany Tracey, also known as Tiffy T the ResellQueen. I am your host. If you would like to follow me, there are all types of links in the description boxes where you can be added to my mailing list. I am on Instagram as ResellQueen19320. I am ResellQueen on Twitter. And I am Tiffy T the ResellQueen on Facebook. If you go to the description box, all the links are there. I'm on other platforms as ResellQueen as well, and that is ResellQueen. And this has been another episode of ResellQueen Chronicles. Today was a good day for information to learn about who you are sourcing from. And I would like once again to thank Courtney from Bulq Wholesale for coming on the show, dealing with my technical issues, my audio issues, and my kid issues, and being super duper professional. All right, guys, it's been real. Bye.